Are we live?
Yep, we
Yes,
are.
we are live. Hello, Karina. Good night for me. I know it's midday, I believe, for
Yep,
you.
yep.
So, yeah,
It's
you
noon.
have still a great part of the day in front of you. So, how does it go? Get any better than this? Yes, I was sitting today with the question, what will we talk about today? And we will go with the stories of our lives, the story of whatever, the stories. As today was really a day that the stories catched me in a way that the definitions there are, the separation there is in it, the justifications there are in it, the rightness, the wrongness, there is so much in the stories.
Yeah,
And what I noticed today was that the energy of the stories is so contracted, is so heavy, is so, yeah, whoa.
yeah.
It's like being buried alive.
That
And
sounds maybe a little bit heavy, and yet I would agree.
it was the sense I had today. And it was at the same time, for me, I could acknowledge that how much I changed there, how much story I already left behind. And I will not say that I'm already am living without stories. Most likely not. There will be,
Yeah.
yeah, there still are stories, but the heaviness I could perceive in those stories. And then what got me straight away out of that heaviness was connecting with the earth, as the earth never has this heaviness. Whatever is going on, there is always lightness and always happiness. So, do you have experience with those energies of the heaviness of stories and the lightness the earth can bring into that?
First of all, I would say Earth doesn't do story.
Yeah.
That's not something. Earth is present with what is, and that's that.
Yeah.
Story is something that we humans do, and stories are basically total inventions. They are not real. And so it is such a difference between us coming up with a story and saying, oh, this is this, and this is why it is, and da 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 da, versus Earth just, yeah, that is. So what? Let's continue. Let's continue to create. Let's continue to support life. And because that's what Earth is all about.
Yeah. But some something catched me as you said, like the stories are an invention. So I can hear clearly, and I was one of them still, is like, yes, but that happened to me. That was where I was going through. That was what made me as though like it is really existing because I lived it. I went through. So that invention, what is that invention really?
That invention is each one of us has wears glasses, has a set of filters, whatever you want to call it, through which we look at life. And I remember well now, my siblings, my two siblings, and I, we had the same parents. We had the same events going on. Yet there are three different stories because each one of us interpreted it through the lens that we were wearing.
Yeah.
And that is what makes it an invention. It's not real.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes it really clear when you have sister, brothers, siblings, whatever it is, everyone has a different story about, because the context is the same.
Yeah.
The behavior of the parent is the same.
Yep.
Although if you are with 2, with 3, with 4, we were with 6, all the 6 of us has different stories.
Yep.
Yes.
There you
And
go.
that's invention. Yeah. And also, Karina, we create everything is jumping in here also. So how much are the stories also used in refusing to acknowledge that we create everything? And could it be that be able or willing to acknowledge that we create everything, there is also required to go out of the significance of everything? As we can acknowledge, yeah, whatever it was, how bad it was, or good it was also, but only acknowledging it was that, oh, wow, did I created that? That definitely didn't work. So what can I do different now? What can I choose different?
Yep.
For me, I can say where I was stuck in the stories was where I made it so significant as it was the one thing I had the need also to hang on. So I could be right in that case, the other was the wrong one, and so much more definitions, which didn't allow me to step out of the story because of that significance I gave it.
Yeah. When we make a story significant, then there is the need to hold on to the story.
Yeah.
And it doesn't allow us to be present what actually is or was. And at that point, we are basically caught in a limited box.
Yeah.
The story that contains the story, and that's that. We cannot go any other way.
And is it all? Yeah. Yeah.
It is the need to be right.
Yeah, that. And also the need to maintain the work we have to do to become complete again, instead of knowing that we are
We already,
one.
yeah,
We are,
already,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And isn't that interesting, as we still speak or hear speaking a lot, and even more now, that with whatever is going on now, they speak about it's time to heal. It's time to heal the earth. It's time to heal ourselves. It's time to heal the history. Heal, heal, heal. And is that also the story people are holding on from that separation, from that judgment, from the definitions, from
yeah.
all those significance? Yeah.
And isn't isn't there a twofold thing? Healing is a very spiritually important event, that we need to heal ourselves, and we need to, because we love the earth, we need to heal the earth. And healing the earth, isn't that a superior attitude? Because are we asking the earth what the earth requires? No, we need to heal the earth. And I know what the earth needs. I think that is superior. When we talk about healing somebody else, is the same kind of superiority. If I talk about healing myself, you could go either way with that. But healing, there is a righteousness and rightness in it. And what does that bring? What does that create? Does it create more? Not in my perspective.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. From my point of view, it isn't. But coming back in what you said about the superiority, for me, the last 2 days, there is something also becoming more aware for myself. I can speak so for myself, that there is also that kind of superiority towards myself as knowing instead of asking, but knowing what my body requires, knowing what I have to do to get fit or whatever. Yeah, aren't we also superior about ourselves?
I mean, to just use an example, there is a class in Access Consciousness coming up that was for the first time only online. And then they found a way to create a live aspect. And since with all the COVID travel restrictions, not everybody could be coming live. So they kept it live and online. And the moment I heard about it being live, oh yeah, I need to be there. I didn't ask any questions. I just booked the flight, booked the hotel. And I had a little bit stuff going on with my body, and it kept getting worse and worse and worse as the days progressed. Until yesterday, I said, I can't go live. It just doesn't work. My body is hurting too much, and canceled everything. The night before, I had 20, maybe 30-minute sleep, and then I needed to get up and work with my body. This past night, 2 to 4 hours sleep segments. Now, talk about a difference. My body feels totally different. My body there is much more ease. It's not perfect. I'm still dealing with some of the stuff, but it's so drastically different because I was willing to listen to my body and acknowledge, okay, body, I get it. This is not working for you. Let's cancel it and stay home where we have more convenience and more ease.
Yeah. But still, still there was that superiority of thinking, oh, it's live, I want to go there. And it's assuming that, wow, that is always what I would love to do, and to go there and be present. And and then, the body says, you didn't have asked me anything. What is more ease? Yeah. And it can be that for some other bodies, it creates more to be there live, present, and for others, it isn't. So,
it's going to create so much more for me to be online. I mean, I'm still taking the class, but I'm taking it online. On the convenience of my home.
Yeah, and your body is saying it. It's relaxing.
It is relaxing, absolutely. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
And how much more might it be relaxing until the class starts?
Oh, yeah. When is it starting this weekend?
It starts on Friday.
Yeah. So what is bringing up, Karina, is what is truly the energy of superiority. Now going in this conversation and becoming more clear and clear and clear in which way we be superior for ourselves. So when we do it for ourselves, we do it nearly automatically for everything around us.
Yeah.
Because we are not aware, we are not really present with where we do it.
And part of superiority from my perspective is that we are refusing to ask questions. What will create more?
Yeah.
And
I loved yesterday when I heard someone say, and it was as, when you start to ask your body, what do you want to eat? What do you want to drink? What do you want to, and the person said, but there it starts already. Because could it be that the question before asking what it would like to eat, asking if it requires food, if it requires something. And I was laughing and I went, oh, yes. And that is so clear for me that so often I was mad sometimes at my body that it wasn't loud enough that I couldn't hear it. But I started already to assume it
with
requires
assumptions
something.
before asking questions. Yeah.
Yeah. So also there is that, everywhere we go into assuming, isn't that superiority?
You could say that, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like now during our conversation that there is opening for me, so a complete other space to be with the energy of superiority.
Yeah.
So I can acknowledge or recognize perhaps faster where I'm doing superiority.
And what if superiority, the way we're talking about it right now, it almost sounds like superiority is bad. And what if superiority isn't bad? It's just a way of us operating. And are we willing to acknowledge what being superior with ourselves is creating? Like, as I shared, that my body was acting up more and more and more until I finally sort of, okay, I got the 2x4. I'm canceling it.
Yeah.
But it's just a way of being in the world. What do we want to create for ourselves? And what do we want to create for the world and for the earth?
Yeah. Yeah. And could it be that we require still the energy of superiority to create more, as you say,
Yeah.
to become more? Yeah. Yeah.
We, from a spiritual perspective, we are so entrained to dividing energies into good energies and bad energies. And what if energy is just energy?
And it is.
It is. It's neither good nor bad. It's energy that creates something as a result. Do we like that? Do we not like that? Where do we want to go with it?
Yeah. And there comes in immediately for me again that significance, going out of the significance.
Yeah.
It is. It is. Does it create greater? Fine. Go along with it.
Yeah.
Doesn't it create greater? Choose different.
Choose something different. And how much do we have all those definitions? Because it just popped in for me. It's like kindness. How many definitions do we have about what kindness is? And the reality is that on some level, kindness could actually be a kick in the butt.
Yeah.
We would never consider that as kindness.
Yeah.
But it could be the kindest thing to do for that person.
Yeah. From the aspect creating
Yeah.
greater. Yeah.
Creating greater. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we are so entrained to go with definitions, to go with the boxes, to go with the lines, that it is opening now more to go and see that energy is only energy, whatever the name is.
Yep.
And it has so much more aspects of what we learn it has. Even what is written by the dictionaries, by history. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the dictionary is there created to get along in the same line for everyone, so we can yeah, we can sit in the same box.
We have the same definition for something. Therefore, this is what it is. But have we ever asked, is that truly what it is? And it gets, on some level, you can call it crazy making, but sometimes I just like to entertain things, and I have a coffee table. So I label it coffee table. And sometimes I just say, so what are you really? And it's not that I have gotten a specific answer or anything, but just entertaining that, what are you really? Being willing to ask that question and get out of the definitions, I think is an interesting exercise.
It is interesting because what I perceive with that, what you are telling, is like, is it possible that even, you don't got another name already, but could it be that the energy of the coffee table is every day different? As we
Or
are always different, we are in movement. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna play with that for a while. I'm curious what it can bring. Wow. So that brings me also to the question, what do we define as being the earth?
Yep.
Wow.
And
Wow, this
through that
energy.
definition, how much are we limiting the earth?
Yeah.
How much more is the earth? I mean, it goes back to a question that I asked on Facebook: is the earth a rock in space or a conscious being? But even that question limits it to the size of the earth. The earth is bigger than that. Being part of the universe, let's start even just being part of the Milky Way. Is it just that, or does it extend out of its, circumference? Is it more than that? How far are we willing to go? And in that sense, it's also how far are we willing to get out of definition and look at things in a totally different way.
Yeah, that's the invitation.
Yeah.
That's for me, the invitation is really going, the energy I perceived 5 minutes ago and still is going on is really, and then using the word the oneness. Everything is energy. We are energy, but everything is energy. So the earth is also the energy, the Milky Way is an energy, the universe is energy. So from
And what
that
if the
aspect,
Earth is oneness with the Milky Way,
yeah,
oneness with the universe? Are we even
that's,
willing to entertain those thoughts?
yeah, yeah, it's, speaking about this now, I perceive for me the energies melting as
Mhm.
also relaxing, as your body relaxed,
Relaxes, yeah.
as going with what is required or what your body requires. From the start, we, yeah, you were speaking about this energy, and what if Earth is far more than its definition?
Yep.
There was a certain melting energy going on. Yeah, I don't have words for it, but
It's at least
it's interesting.
very expensive.
It is. It is, and that play, I really like that play, and I'm gonna do it. Is asking even, yeah, my bed perhaps, or chair or whatever, asking what what truly are you? What are you really?
And what if we come into the realization that the bed, the chair, or things are there to contribute to us?
Hmm.
What if we are not alone? What if there is that oneness that the bed is interested in making us comfortable? If the chair is interested in making us comfortable? And what if we could just ask the chair? Because, I've been at enough conferences, and conference chairs are usually very comfortable. But what if we just even ask the chair, can you make it more comfortable for me? And it is fascinating. I have done that, and how things change instantaneously.
Yeah, I have the experience, but you bring it up now, and I have to admit that I most of the time don't remember myself to ask this question. And it's a, yeah, it's like when you ask it, all the molecules of the mattress or the chair or whatever it is you are asking start to move
And it,
and start to fit in with. And also what I noticed is that it's it's my body also that is going into, it's two ways. It's not only the chair in this case, if we speak of the chair, that is molding his molecules, but it is also the body that is, wow, that's really a good thing to remember, to ask a lot more. Because how much are we looking for the most comfortable chair, for the most comfortable mattress, for the most comfortable sofa or shoes, or yeah. Mhm.
But you know, if you're talking about your home and you can go to the store and buy something, that is one thing. But what if you're in a hotel?
Yeah.
You have to live with what they have. And can you still ask? And how, in a way, audacious is it to assume that the universe is having our back, that the universe is absolutely willing to support us, and that make changing the molecular structure in order to support us, the universe is perfectly willing, or anything within the universe is perfectly willing to do that.
But are we willing to receive it?
Good question. But before that, are we willing to ask?
Yeah. 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 Are we willing to ask? Yeah. 5 minutes before I said, oh, I forgot to ask. And then, yeah. So it is when we don't ask, we can't receive.
Yep, exactly.
Wow. And now catches me, you spoke about, we assume the universe has our back. That's the energy of when we assume the energy has our back. We don't have to ask, so we don't have to receive. When we go so with assuming.
I like your way of thinking.
Yeah, that's the energy that it brought up for me.
Mhm.
I know there is a knowing the universe has my back.
Yeah.
And do I trust it? Could it be that when I really trust it, I will ask because there is no doubt in my universe? And when I ask, truly ask, then there is no doubt that I will receive. And I am open to receive.
And are you willing to receive way more than what you were assuming?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
that is another danger, you know, when we say, that's too much. How often do we say that?
Yeah, too much, or it's not as I assumed
Yeah.
it would arrive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perhaps a good thing to, or a subject to go with another life,
Yeah.
is the assuming energy.
The assuming energy, the too much energy, the,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Thank
Wow.
you for the
Time is
conversation.
flying by when we are in a conversation, Karina. It's always like, looks like in a second. So, yeah,
Time flies when you have fun.
that's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true. So, yeah, have a good rest of your day, and I will, yeah, enjoy my evening.
Yep.
And then we will meet again,
We
same
will meet
place.
again, and we will meet actually pretty soon again
Yeah.
in the Earth Wizards.
Oh, yeah, it's tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
tonight.
Yes.
It's tonight. I'm looking forward to this. Yes,
Me
yes,
too.
yes, yes. So,
And if you haven't joined yet, get your butt in there. It's free. What else can you want?
yeah,
Or is it
perhaps,
too much?
perhaps, Karina, would it be a good idea that when we go out here, you
I
put the
just put
link
the link
so
in the
people can
yeah,
find it?
yeah,
Yes, good
yeah.
idea.
Let's do it. Great
Let's
idea.
do that. So
Thank you,
we see
Marianne.
each other
Take
in this
care.
format next week,
Yeah,
same time, same place.
Bye
Take
bye.
care. Bye bye.